America in Dearborn, Ando in Ireland in Cork. Between 19 of the tractor world. It was cheap to produce, cheap to buy, and the same idea behind the Ford Model T, you know, the people's car, something affordable for everybody to get America moving as well. So he knew the importance of mechanisation for farm. He knew the hard work it took, and he put his knowledge and efforts of mass production that he pioneered for the Ford Model T into producing the Ford Model S tractor. And rather conveniently for me, the Ford Model N followed him. You'll see a lot of similarities between these two tractors, but there are differences between gearbox and engines in there. But essentially they moved from the Model S to the Model N, building the Model N over here. This one's in green livery, so you can tell it's from the late war period. There was a moment in time, I think, towards the first side of the war, the First World War, roughly around then, the Fords were painting their tractors orange. The reason for that was there was a huge push for tractor manufacturers to make their tractors iconic in terms of their colours. So as you, as all these probably back in those days, cycling past fields, walking past fields, and you see a bright orange tractor, you knew it was going to be an Alice Chalmers, or if you saw a red tractor like this one over here, you know it was going to be an international harvester, Farmall, or even later here's the grey, and but for good reason. But unfortunately the German bombers coming over during World War II saw fields of orange, and that was a fantastic target for them, so very hard to miss. And we realised this off. They changed the green back to their pre-war colours, blue. They were making them in Dagenham at that point, and Essex Park colours, you know, those heavy horses pulling cart, paint carts and everything. The Essex Park colours were blue and orange, and so they changed the colours of the tractor to blue bonnets and blue fenders and orange wheels. The tractors, unfortunately, towards their end of their life, they were just some of the more expensive options. This Brown, very, very clever man, he went on to work for Aston Martin, and if you ever wondered where the DBs wanted to come from, the Aston Martin models like DB5, DB7, the DB stands for David Brown. The man there that designed that tractor went on to design the DB5. Revolutionised tractors, revolutionised the way farmers thought about farming their land. Not only for arable farms, but also for livestock farms. You can use this for all sorts of different things. So, what Harry Ferguson did back in the early 30s, he invented a tractor called the Ferguson Brown tractor, which doesn't sound like much, but what he did there is he invented what's called the Ferguson system. It's a 3-point linkage. So on all tractors that you see today, everything uses that 3-point system. Everything prior to Harry Ferguson used drag linkage. So you can see the earlier style of tractors like this Farmall, McCormick just passing me here, this green Model N, the grey Model F over there. You'll see there's a severe lack of arms coming out the back there. There's no linkage. They used to connect up their implements that were left over from the days of heavy horses and drag them around the field. Well, Harry Ferguson invented you're not pulling anything anymore. You're not like your car with a caravan. You know, the caravan can have all kind of its own to go too much. You know, way too everything. Now what you're doing is you're actually connecting that implement to your tractor, and it is one. You don't stop it in time, that tractor lands on you. So, see, that's the concept of what Harry Ferguson did, create a back up again. So if you can imagine, you hit something, a lot of pressure is going through that plough. Very large wheels. So Rosa purchased the tractor, a bit like the Ford tractor here, and converted it from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive. Very successful. A little bit expensive though, because they weren't manufacturing the same tractor, they had to buy it, and then they had to put their conversion into it, and they ended up a little bit pricey. There's the county, you just go past the road now. So you can see there, for them, but you see that how those front wheels won't be able to turn very well as you get towards the end. Make the front wheels smaller. So you can see that cake going past my common vehicle at the front there. Let's make the front wheels smaller. Today. And throughout our terrain here, you're able to see the innovation of tractors throughout from the 1920s, that one left that started our parade, all the way through to the 80s tractors. Little tractor here, well it's not this much fun, it's become big, but this tractor here is what got us out of our food tractor. This is Ford Major, the Ford Major. Essentially a Model M, but what it is, they bring the size of the engine and affect the gearbox on it as well. Ticket 3-point ticket, the 6-point going past me here, one John Deere green for the yellow wheels and a full of standard with red wheels. Most American tractors. John Deere. All from recognized colours. And rear wheel very axle there and slide that rear wheel out. So it's your one day, you want a month, so you can set the track width that you want, either to asparagus another time, you can change the track width for growing the different crops place. Starting to realise that little tractors weren't able to do all of the jobs around the farm. Some farms were larger, they were having There's more come along at once.
Yeah, but they used to get on the back.
Gonna make me walk, okay. Right, yeah.
So it's been back and forward up down the coast.
Excellent.
Really top range at that time.
And you told me yesterday this cost £3,000
On
new.
average, yeah, that's the price of them when
Yeah.
they came out.
A lot.
With daily service to London in those days, and you'll see they've got a platform door, non-standard feature of a normal service bus, and also interior heating to give a bit more comfort on the long journey, and that's what I thought for initially. That's the only one of the three that's still in existence now, and eventually that's just used for normal bus work, and then it was sold to private operators. And then it was bought for preservation in 1974. So it's actually been in preservation longer than it was on the road. Yeah. Then we just keep it for preservation now, take that to events, and so that is.
Well, I mean, luckily for the bus.
Some were painted red, and they had London Transport put on the outside of them, and they were sold to the Americans. So we inflated price of a genuine London Transport bus. From the
Yeah.
there we are. Well, yeah, that's about it.
What?
Stick together over it and help one another out, you know.
Well, how nice for the bus to bring you all together as well as a community, and then have some friends and get together.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Okay. No, thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. So, Bristol, tell us, this one looks more sort of akin to a seaside double-decker to me. What's
This is
going
a
on?
1939 Bristol K with a 5 new Westlift Motors in Southend on the 31st of March 1939. After Hitler started the excursions in Bristol, so this along with the new buses spent the war down in Bristol before coming back to Southend and working its life out in Southend. It then went into retirement and several heritage groups, and in 1996 it was caught in a fire at Waltham on the Naze, damaged, and it took 6 years to be put back on the road. And in 2007